that your awareness exponentializes. Therefore, you're also more aware what's going on in your body and more aware what you pick up from other people. It's really much more the willingness to receive everything, but not have to hold on to it. Notice it. It's an awareness. It's fleeting. Look, okay, who does this belong to? Is it mine? If it isn't, I can just let it go. I can return it to sender. I can just let it go back to the universe. I don't have to hold on to it. It's not significant. We may be willing to accept that, 99% of our thoughts, feelings, and emotion we pick up from other people, possibly a little bit. But with the body, I think for me, it was trickier with the body because the body seemed so concrete. Like I'm feeling it in my body. I made it more significant, and somehow I had a harder time letting go of that this may not be mine. It's like anytime it was okay as long as it was little things, right?
Mhm.
Little, I get that my body, if it suddenly gets tired, yes, that could be somebody else. Or in the book, we talk about like you pass by somebody who has a knee pain and suddenly your knee hurts. That also, that was probably maybe possible. And when it came to bigger things like getting sick, for example, that could actually belong to somebody else. That was it didn't, it's like I couldn't compute it. And I really, especially in the beginning when I started to use the access tools, I wanted to be able to figure everything out. I wanted to be able to compute how it could be that way. And somehow thoughts, feelings, and emotions were easier for me to compute.
Yeah.
Strangely, that they could, come in like a radio receiver. But here we talk about the body as a psychic receiver. And in the book, Dane talks about that like 99% of what your thoughts, feelings, emotions belong to someone else. And around 50 to 100% of what you perceive and feel in your body actually belongs to someone else. And it's taken me many years to realize that this is so true. And it actually is becoming more and more relevant the more aware you become. It's it's not something you tick off and then that's done with. Your awareness of what goes on in your body increases with your awareness, which means that you actually pick up even more of what your body picks up. Your awareness of everything your body picks up from other people, of the fact that it is a psychic receiver, increases. So
Mhm.
you have to, it's just kind of like the thing with the tools, you have to become more proficient with the tools the more aware you get, because you're actually becoming more aware of all the different things. So I can have a conversation with somebody where I talk to them and I become aware of what's going on in their body, even if they're not even beside me. There's someone else, somewhere else in the world, which means that if I automatically buy everything that goes on in my body as mine,
Mhm.
I won't be aware of what goes on in my own body because I am so busy trying to figure out all
Yeah.
the things that I'm picking up from other people. So it's been truly revolutionary for how I be with my body to realize that I am so aware of other people's bodies. And as a body class facilitator, it this is something that is essential for everybody in a class, not just the facilitator, but everybody else, because you move into a room with all of these people that are actually becoming more and more aware, but also becoming more and more aware with their own body and what goes on for it. If you really have to be willing to receive it, right? Because it's not about putting up barriers. Being a psychic receiver doesn't mean that, oh my God, I have to put up barriers. I think a lot of people go to that. Oh my God, if I'm really picking up 50% from other people, I need to strengthen my barriers. I need to move into autonomy. I need to make sure that I'm only aware of my body. And that is the opposite. It's really much more the willingness to receive everything, but not have to hold on to it. Notice it. It's an awareness. It's fleeting. Look, okay, who does this belong to? Is it mine? If it isn't, I can just let it go. I can return it to sender. I can just let it go back to the universe. I don't have to hold on to it. It's not significant. It's an interesting point of view. So I think like one of the keys is that your awareness exponentializes, therefore you're also more aware what's going on in your body and more aware what you pick up from other people. And the other part is we go to the solution of putting up barriers. What if that's the opposite of what's required? What if it's really lowering our barriers, receiving everything and making nothing significant, judging nothing, and really going, okay, this is mine. This is actually my body that has this issue, or even, I mean, in a way, we'll know it. If people are happy, we get happy, right? And if people's bodies are energetic, our bodies get more energetic. If people are very sleepy and tired, our bodies get very sleepy and tired. So in one way, we're aware of like it's infectious, like it's
Yeah.
but on the other hand, this is so like you can pick up like a back pain in a split second. And if you make it yours, you do solidify it. And then your body has to go, okay, we want a back pain. Well, I can arrange that. Do that. Our bodies are miraculous. You make something right, which is basically I, me and my body, we don't need anything from anyone. We can do this. We're going to get it right. So I'm going to shut out all the things. I'm going to put barriers up to everything that would in any way alter that or that I can't control or handle. So we do that. We put up barriers to a lot of the things that we decide we can't receive. But if bodies don't have judgment. Like that's us. We have the judgment, right? So bodies are actually just collecting information.
Yeah.
That's what bodies do. They collect an enormous amount of information all the time. And you also have to look at if you can pick up a body pain, you can also pick up a body joy. You can pick up an energy that totally contributes to you. Your body can walk through a health store and pick up the energy of the supplements if you let it. It it can, it doesn't, this is the when you're putting the barriers up, but when we're putting the barriers up, we're also shutting out all the energies that are contributive, all the energies that just give us information that we can use to navigate with our bodies. So we create a very little contracted space that we can control. And that space is what we call autonomy. That's where we function in this little space because we can control it. But it also means we have to contract ourselves, our bodies, and we're not able to receive the totally enormous, infinite amount of information that our bodies are able to actually gather for us, energies that can contribute to us, both our being and our bodies. So I think that we're doing ourselves a disfavor when we realize, okay, I'm really aware of other people's bodies. I better hide. I better go into my own space. So everywhere any of you from becoming more aware that your body is aware of other bodies have created these barriers around you, this autonomy, where it's like a little box. That's where you function to be right and you can control everything. Would you be willing to uncreate and destroy all of that? And I think with our bodies, we function, for example, from a basis, a lot of us, that our bodies are solid, that our bodies function linearly, like they go one direction, they get older, for example, or they get bigger. I don't know, like, like they function linearly, they are solid, and that there's not as smart as we are a lot of times, like the being is smarter than the body. So all those spaces that we function from doesn't allow the body to actually shift and change and transform and contribute to our lives and also the healing that we're able to be for ourselves and other people and invite other people to. So I would say that's one of the main things because our bodies are really just energy in motion. It's just energy. Slow down to a temporary physical form. But even now we're changing. Even as we sit here, even as you listen to this, your body is continuously changing all the time. Molecules come, molecules go, cells die, cells renew. This is one of the most amazing part. Always been fascinating that our whole bodies are actually replaced every 7th year.
Yeah.
I always found that so fascinating. It means that we are always changing.
Yeah.
So our bodies change all the time, depending on our point of view, what things we buy as real, feelings, thoughts, emotions. What if it's not? Like you have to cleanse your body of all the conclusions, decisions, judgment for as long as you had them there. What if it just is you're starting again now? Like from today,
Mhm.
you go, okay, what if not everything I feel in my body is mine? What if I could ask, who does this belong to? Interesting point of view. I have the point of view that this all belongs to me. Your family are people you always have around you. So your psychic receiver is picking up a lot from them. So, we have a lot of body processes in Access that actually work on this too, the biomimetic mimicry that we do, like how we start walking as our parents, we start holding our body as our parents, we start talking like them, looking like them, all of that. It's part of like we're picking it up continuously and then we're trying to mimic it to understand this world. It's part of our psychic capacity again, our energetic awareness that our bodies have.